Democrats actually believe during this cycle, okay, they're taking the tactics that Joe Biden used to campaign from his basement, not engage with his political opponent, and think that that's going to sweep them to electoral victory. At least two prominent elections that are going to be coming up in the midterm elections here in November. Two people are taking that tactic. It's a bold one, Cotton. See how well it works out for him, okay? For the charisma vacuum, that is Dr. Oz, he was up there during the Trump rally. A couple of days ago, I talked about the overwhelming reaction that Trump got up there, okay? Doug Mastriano, the Republican nominee for the gubernatorial election to go against Josh Shapiro, who I don't know anybody who should be backing him because he is the Attorney General of Pennsylvania, and what has happened to that state over during the time that he's been Attorney General, you take him seriously. That's wild, and that one's on you, okay? But that election's in a basic dead heat. And you got Dr. Oz, whose name should resonate with the suburban mom, you know. He's running against, I think he's the lieutenant governor right now, John Fetterman, who is this large, weird looking individual. If you take a look at him, he's there with his Insta-thought wife, who I don't know, is that just the fabric that's on there, or did they have to Photoshop out a hard nipple right there? She's got a long face, but not as long as this dude. Like, he's like 6'8" or some shit. I guess it's all the better to chase down minorities with a shotgun with. Again, something else that he did, something that I covered long ago back on the channel. But anyways, regardless, I don't know how much running he's going to be doing, because take a look at those spindly ass fucking legs. But that dude just suffered a fucking stroke about 4 weeks ago at this point, okay? And normally, in the lead up to an election, you have a debate, a civil debate, formal debate, whatever the fuck is going to be going on. Everybody has to sit down and discusses their ideas, puts their policy forward, okay, makes a couple of snide jabs at the other person, and then he can engage the ideas that are in the room. I don't think that they're all that useful, but it's normal tradition that goes on. But Fetterman is not going to do that, okay, because he doesn't really have a leg to stand on. Seen the pictures? It's not that flattering to the big man. But Fetterman calls Trump and Dr. Oz desperate and sad after they lob attacks at him at the Pennsylvania rally. Oh, thanks, Insider. This is going to be very, very illuminating. Pennsylvania Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman on Saturday hit back at former President Donald Trump and Republican Senate nominee Mehmet Oz. Dr. Oz, the same one that used to have the TV show, right? And again, I don't know why he isn't leading in all the polls. He's about 7 points down, which is totally amazing. Anyways, after the two men lobbed a series of attacks at him during the GOP rally in Wilkes-Barre. Yeah, no, exactly. Oz is at least doing rallies, calling for a debate with you, Fetterman, but what are you doing? You're just pulling the Hassan tactic where you're just going to sit behind a TV screen or very selective interviews and say that, no, Oz is stupid. He lives in New Jersey, and no, I don't need to debate him. I got my own ideas. Everybody likes me better. Literally, if it was any other candidate running against Fetterman right now, they would be dog walking him. But no, it's the stalking rhino, Mehmet Oz. Wonderful, fantastic. Fetterman, the Democratic Senate nominee who has consistently led Oz in the polling in recent months, thanks, Insider, way to stay impartial, responded to Trump, calling him spoiled and baselessly accusing him of using drugs by tweeting that the two Republicans were spouting lies. Just debate me, bro. Just come out and engage in an intellectual debate. But again, somebody with a fucking busted noggin probably ain't going to be able to string together too many coherent sentences. More and more lies from Oz and Dr. and President Trump Wilkes-Barre today, Fetterman wrote. I mean, Trump literally called me a raging lunatic, and I said, yeah, I will bring death and destruction to Pennsylvania. Yeah, okay. Can you rush $10 to help me defeat these two desperate and sad dudes, he added. Oh, that's wonderful. Your meme game is so much better than Dr. Oz, but still, yo, Trump said mean things about me. Make sure you donate to my website. Here's my PayPal or Cash App in the fucking bio. Like, that's really fucking pathetic, my guy. Oz, a cardiothoracic surgeon and well-known television personality. Yeah, an actual doctor, as opposed to an actual psychopath, narrowly won a GOP primary over longtime hedge fund executive chief David McCormick. Oh, there was also Kathy Barnett, I think her name was. I think she came in second. But okay, yeah, just go ahead and ignore that one as well. And Fetterman easily won the Democratic primary over Connor Lamb and Malcolm Kenyatta. Oh, okay, cool. So you go ahead and you name the two that were on there, but you couldn't even remember the black lady that was on there. Insider, that's a racism. But in May, Fetterman suffered a stroke and had spent weeks recuperating, resumed his campaign activities last month. Please vote for me while there's still a chance to. During that time, Fetterman campaign launched an intense social media strategy that poked at Oz moving from New Jersey to Pennsylvania to run for a Senate seat. Yet happens all of the time. Take a look at Joe Biden. He was born in Pennsylvania. Continues to say, I was raised in Wilkes-Barre. You moved to fucking Delaware when you were like 6 years old, my guy. Fucking Christ, I was born in Leduc and I moved to Fort Saskatchewan for a minute, and I've been in Grand Prairie since I was 6 years old, okay? I'm from this neck of the woods. I'm from Grand Prairie. Okay, there's plenty instances of carpetbagging going on here. So if you want to go ahead and say, oh yeah, he doesn't have the best ideas for the country in mind. He's from New Jersey. Like, okay, does it really matter where the best candidate for Senate comes from? Like, I don't get that. In an effort to tag him as an outsider, Fetterman even brought on Jersey Shore alum Nicole Lavelle, better known as Snooki, to appear in a campaign message intended to troll Oz over the move. That must have been hilarious looking, because again, Fetterman is a huge motherfucker. He's about 6'8" or some shit like that. Like, I don't know, maybe that's Snooki after all. I can't quite remember. Nor do I care, actually. Trump in recent weeks reportedly been frustrated by Oz's polling numbers and privately called for major changes within the GOP's candidate's campaign. Yeah, stop distancing yourself from the guy who's actually driving votes in a major fucking droves. That'd be a good idea. How about you go ahead and fix that up? Per a recent Rolling Stone report. Rolling Stone, don't you guys normally just talk about media? How do you have insider political sources when you continue to just write hit pieces on Trump, but you have inside sources on that? Okay. In recent weeks, Oz has taken a sharply aggressive tone as it relates to Fetterman's health, even mocking the lieutenant governor after he said he needed additional time before he'd commit to a debate. No, he's just flat out denied doing any public debates, which is just kind of fucking stupid. Okay, no, I'm just going to campaign from home, so I don't have to engage with somebody that I would trounce easily in an intellectual argument. Okay, then why don't you do it? I don't have to. Okay. Dr. Oz promises to not intentionally hurt John's feelings at any point, the campaign said. Well, yeah, he's just stating facts. Okay, he's got a busted noggin. If it was the ticker, Oz would be able to help him out with that, but yeah, he's just pointing out facts. And at any point, Fetterman can raise his hand and say bathroom break, and we will pay for the additional medical personnel that we might need to have on standby. See, that's fucking funny. Why weren't you doing this the entire time? Dude, if he's going to call you a carpetbagger at every moment, you can absolutely bring up his past, okay? And if you think that this is, I shouldn't be doing this right now during election season, it'll get even fucking worse going forward. You can't stand the heat from a fucking afternoon talk show host. You think it's not going to get any better. Dr. Oz promises not to I'm sorry, I already read that. As maybe I just had a stroke. As I recover from this stroke and improve my auditory processing and speech. Why are you running for fucking public office? You're supposed to be a servant for the people, but you can't even serve your own family? Oofda. I look forward to continuing to meet with the people of Pennsylvania. Yes, dozens of supporters that show up, as opposed to, I could just drag up this old tweet, which again, yeah, no, take a look at that. Those are the people that showed up to a Trump rally, the exact same one that Oz spoke to as well. So yeah, no, I'm just going to meet with the people of Pennsylvania instead of a lot of people from Pennsylvania. What are you doing? A recent Franklin Marshall College poll, one of the most upstanding ones, it's not, released last month, showed Fetterman ahead with 53% support among registered voters in the Keystone State, while Oz earned 30. 23% of respondents were undecided. Yeah, what I've been seeing by a lot of popular polls that are out there is about 47-40 in favor of Fetterman. This is probably not going to win, but whatever, we'll see how it goes. That one's a real toss-up. I don't know which way to go on that one, because again, A lot of people are just going to turn out and be just fucking sick and tired with the Democratic agenda and just vote Republican all the way down. And you know what? Hey, somebody who's just buddying up with the Biden agenda right now, that's going to be a little bit tough to reconcile, but who really knows? Who really fucking knows? But like I said, there are two people that are pulling the old Biden strategy, and the other one is Katie fucking Hobbs. Yes, one of the central figures in being one of just a huge election denier down there in Maricopa County, making everything incredibly difficult during 2020. She's the Democratic nominee for the gubernatorial election in the great state of Arizona. She refuses to debate GOP's Kari Lake in Arizona governor's race. Why? Because Kari is everything that Katie Hobbs isn't, okay? Eloquent, media-trained, personable, and in shape. Like, she's just the polar opposite of Katie Hobbs. And the only time that I'll ever make this comparison, okay, Kari Lake won a very, very tight election in the primary, just like Dr. Oz. But for very different reasons, because not everybody trusted Oz, and then for Lake, she has always been looking forward to this showdown right here. So she might have taken her competition, the very well-funded competition of Karen Robson. I forget her fucking second name, but it doesn't much matter. That's in the rearview mirror, okay? Arizona Secretary of State Katie Hobbs is officially refusing to participate in an upcoming debate against Kari Lake, who is also vying to be Arizona's next governor, okay? Well, Oz needs the public debate against Fetterman and would most likely walk circles around that fucking moose. Katie Hobbs, this is probably the best strategy for her to lob mud balls over the wall. But here's the thing, okay? Kari Lake spent years and years and years in journalism, okay? She's very good in front of the camera. She is very good on the fly. People in the area know her because she was on very high-profile news stations. So Katie Hobbs needs all the help that she can get, but engaging in public discourse with Kari Lake is just going to expose her for being a mental fucking midget. So yeah, just continue to complain on Twitter and hopefully nobody else will notice. Hobbs' campaign announced a refusal in a September 2nd letter to the Citizens Clean Election Commission. Oh, sounds adorable. Oh, which is hosting the October 12th debate. I hope Kari just shows up and then just fucking runs a greatest hits reel of Katie Hobbs' fucking failures. The refusal stems from displeasure with how the commission ran primary debates. Hobbs' campaign pointed to news articles that called the GOP primary debates pure chaos and having near constant interruptions. Oh, okay, cool. So just a one-on-one debate would have constant interruptions? Okay. It's not going to be civil. I don't want to engage with her. Make sure to vote Democrat. I don't know if that's going to work for you, but okay. For weeks, Arizona was ridiculed as clips of the GOP primary debate circulated on social media. I must have missed that one, but okay. As a candidate and a governor, Secretary Hobbs will never participate in something that will make Arizona the butt of late-night TV jokes and national ridicule. Ooh, joke's on you. Nobody watches late-night television, but okay. And national ridicule. She has too much respect for the people of Arizona. Oh my God, tell me you're a coward without telling me you're a coward. The campaign has been trying to work with the commission to figure out how to improve a format. Oh, we'll just go ahead and cut her off. We'll just give her 90 seconds and then cut her off, just like how the presidential debates worked out, because that really helped Joe Biden during the second presidential debate. That's wonderful. Each candidate would have about 1 minute to make an opening and closing statements as the original proposal. Mr. Simmons would then have full license to conduct an interview and ask questions of his choosing, DeMont said. Just scared of engaging in open communications. That's what you want to see out of your governor, right? Unbelievable. Somebody who's supposed to be strong in the face of the federal government, who's supposed to be speaking up for the people of Arizona, but no, I don't want to do a debate because I'm scared. The commission, which was established through an act passed by voters in 1998, is aimed at educating voters, making sure candidates don't have improper funding and hosting debates. That's wonderful. The commission did not immediately respond to a request for comment, but Kari Lake did, and I want to see about that. Lake, a former television anchor who is the GOP nominee for governor, criticized Hobbs. I'm normally pretty critical about women in politics, okay, mostly because I don't think their intentions or for the electorate at large is more or less just plugging into the female hive mind. But from what I'm seeing out of Kari Lake so far, she is definitely one of the outliers. She's kind of like a more charismatic version of Ron DeSantis. Hear me out on this one. I like Ron DeSantis well enough, okay? But Kari Lake definitely has all the appeal and polish that Ron is currently lacking right now. She's what you get if you fuse Kristi Noem look and articulation with Ron DeSantis' policies. Like, she's a keeper. She's definitely a keeper for right now. Watch, that tacit endorsement come back and bite me in the ass, but who knows? Especially when you get things like this. It's like, it's so hard not to root for. Hobbs is so terrified that might bring up the fact that she's a twice convicted racist, and that her racism cost Arizona taxpayers nearly $3 million. See, this is the campaigning. This is what should be happening, okay? Just continue fucking jabs, okay? And by jabs, I mean chefings. Fucking stab them with a knife. Like we seen a couple of days ago, okay? Just high-profile Democrats saying that all MAGA Republicans are fucking racists. It's like, no, actually, your gubernatorial candidate is actually the real racist right here. So when we talk about fucking facts and reality here, stupid. A jury awarded $2.75 million to a black woman who alleged racial and sex discrimination by Hobbs, who was at the time the Arizona Senate Minority Leader. Hobbs has apologized for the real harm that she caused the woman and her family. I made it unbelievably easy for her, Lake added. She picks the date, the time, the moderator. She even had the chance to write all the questions, but she would rather hide from the voters and let George Soros and other dark money groups pour millions of dollars in attack ads against me. Fucking hilarious. But if you want a reaffirmation that, yeah, man, she's the real deal, there's a bunch of ads that are out there, or just, her just stumping motivated journalists directly in their tracks, the likes of which we haven't seen since campaign version of Donald Trump in 2016. You can find quite a few of them actually going viral on social media. So yeah, man, you got Federer. There's no way that fucking Andre the Giant with the brain of George Harrison does any tennis. No, you got Fetterman in Pennsylvania ducking a debate, and Katie Blobs not wanting to get exposed by Kari Lake. It apparently worked for Biden in 2020. We'll see if that strategy continues to hold true going further into the future. With all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.